Welcome to one of the most beautiful settings in college football. Husky Stadium sits on the banks of Lake Washington, nestled between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains. Fans have arrived by land and sea. It doesn't get much better than this. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Huskies will kick this deep to start us off. He'll call for the fair catch here. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. From the shotgun, handoff inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
He'll throw it now. Receiver makes the grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So on the opening drive, it's now 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, drops back. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. They begin with a quick throw to the left. That's good for 1st down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Great conversion here for this Washington offense and another 1st down. And I tell you, this guy's living up to the expectations of a Washington quarterback. They've had some great play out of that position over the years.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Short throw complete to the tight end. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice 1st down.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Gives it to the back. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Finding some room at the 25. And a huge gain with 4. He's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Trying to run it. It's Smith. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Pass caught. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, that's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now. Set to move this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Takes the field again. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. He's moving out of the pocket. The sure hands. It's Silva. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
Well, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on 3rd down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
That's an important first down on that running play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. The offense falls on the fumble. Keeps possession.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from their 25. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's caught on the crossing pattern. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He could be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, and it's dropped by an excellent defensive player. A chance at a takeaway. Got away from him. Don't see that often.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
They'll run it from the gun. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down. Almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a 1st down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, getting him the ball.
And the Huskies pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down. Oh, and he dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. 2nd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, It just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch hauled in here over the middle.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
They've flipped ends of the field, ready now for the second period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw again. Makes the catch. Game moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Huskies line up with a first and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Escapes the sack. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Second down and goal upcoming. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Hey, they gave up some yards here. But man, that's a pretty good job by this defense against the jet sweep. You see who was carrying the ball there? He can fly. I would argue he's the fastest guy on the field. So you don't give up the big play. You give up a few yards. I think that's a win for the defense.
And he pulls in the catch. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, really good job up front here by the offensive line, giving the quarterback plenty of time for that route to clear underneath before he made the throw.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They've got him down out near the 40.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. And the runner steps out of bounds but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands.
And the ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. This group has been clicking. It really built momentum in the defense and make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. On the run here, lets it go. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Quick throw over the middle. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Can he take it all the way? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Will he score here? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
He had the extra point, and the lead now 21-zip. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he steps out of bounds, but that's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position. Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Bringing pressure. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
Because that's another sack for this guy. That's back-to-back plays. This guy's been able to get to this quarterback. Man, he is in a zone and feeling good right now. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm either rolling away from that guy or you got to think about double-teaming him just to keep him out of the backfield.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, that one's picked off. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
The Washington offense retakes the field here. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Quick throw caught on the left side.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Using his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Keeping it on the ground here.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Okay. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Catch made on the right side.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Can he make it to the marker? They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. They're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a 1st down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. Looking to pass here on second down. A short completion to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's third down and short. Caught quickly. That's a big hit at the end, but equaling a fresh set of downs. And the Huskies will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Off the play fake on first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Now here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he can bring it in.
Offense getting set. It's second down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Makes the catch. It's Silva. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking for a deep completion. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first down.
He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on second down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
It's third down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Huskies. And this one is getting ugly.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. You have to get the right guy in that slot. They can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. Looking for a gap. It's Silva. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Breaks loose at the 40. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. And it'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They needed it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Get some space around the 30. Tackle made after a big gain.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Defenses all around the country got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Got to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Snags the quick throw.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Solid gain puts him in good position for 2nd down and goal. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Get set, get set. Cut it, cut it. Timber, timber. Hornet, hornet.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Trying to extend the play. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Ready?
Big play for both teams. Can the offense punch it in? 4th and goal from the 2.
Here we go.
And they're trying to punch it in here. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Grab behind the line. It's Silva. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
2nd down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
So after 2 empty downs, it's 3rd and long from their own 1. Will the defense come after him this time? From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. He's going to take off. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And the quarterback's going to sneak it. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Here's the target, and it's complete. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line, the offense threatening here.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2.
For this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming.
Touchdown, Washington. To stretch the lead, the route is on. That's another strike from his quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Point after, up and good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the fair catch, signal for and take it. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. Breaking free at the 35. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down at the 47.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback still with the football. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Ooh, that came close to breaking into the secondary, potentially a big play. Read option, the quarterback keeps it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did a nice chunk of yards. Only a nice tackle prevented it from going all the way.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the third quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Running back with the football. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice...
A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down.
Get set.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Hit as he released it. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you get the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
We'll hand it off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Way down the left side. Can they run him down? And he's into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. This might be coming back. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Extending the play now. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Crucial third down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes a quick catch. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
Less than a yard to go here on fourth down. The offense is going to go for it. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on fourth down, and they'll take over.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
That gain makes it second and medium. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Silva. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And he drops back in the gun. The tight end has got it. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is four-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. He's running out of time here. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
There's another interception. We're losing track. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on fourth down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. You wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They've got him down out near the 40. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Okay, ready?
Important third down play coming up.
Let's go.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
Handoff to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Getting set. Here's second down.
Come on, set.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
So 2 losses in a row puts them in a tough spot. Third and very long. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Using his legs on the scramble. Breaks loose at the 45. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Brings up second down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Cricket.
So that's now back-to-back wins, Kirk, over quality opponents. This team really building some momentum.
I agree. I think there's a lot to build on with this team and what they've been able to do these last few games. We'll just have to see how far this streak can extend and how much this team can keep improving.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.